Oh, I'm not gonna start rapping. I just really like that instrumental. It's really good. Really, really good. Sucks that it's a rap song about doing drugs and stuff. Of course, by now, internet folks, you would have heard of this new app called MakeApp. Where basically, one thing that you can do on the app is you can remove the makeup of presumably women as one of the filters. What's actually funny about the whole MakeApp app is the fact that it's actually removing the woman's makeup is actually like one thing you can do on there. You can actually like put multiple filters and like add makeup on their face if you really wanted to. So I mean, it's not entirely accurate to say that the app's purpose is like to remove makeup. That's just only a function that it can do. However, this app has made a lot of people of the feminist persuasion really upset and really mad. So lots of people have made videos chatting about this and talking about the hypocrisy of feminists as if we didn't know that these women were hypocrites. I am surprised that they are outraged at the fact that there's an app that tries to make women look ugly or expose them. I never would have imagined this reaction from feminists. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's that approach you can go with it, which a lot of people who chat about MakeApp have done, but I'm not really of that mind, mostly because, like, again, I'm not surprised that feminists are being hypocrites on the internet. What is it? It's Tuesday? Come on. No, the thing that kind of gets me about it, though, which includes the people who've made videos about MakeApp and the whole particular subject matter of a lot of feminists and ladies being upset at the fact that MakeApp exists, is the fact that a lot of people have not stopped and considered this very interesting point of view. And that is, have you guys not noticed how incredibly insecure and self-loathing a lot of women are? I mean that, like, seriously, I'm not being facetious, you know. I spent a long time in the friend zone. I was sealed within the friend zone like the nine-tailed fox was sealed within Naruto. So I spent a lot of time chatting with women, a lot of time trying to date girls that I really liked, and man, oh man, can I tell you, viewer, that lots of ladies do not like themselves. So I am not surprised in any way, shape, or form that a lot of women at the behest of this app or looking at this app start to feel really insecure and sad about the way their faces look, because I already know that women feel that and it's really, really, really sad. Really sad. In fact, I think it's so sad and important to chat about the levels of crippling self-loathing within the female sex that I actually think that their self-destructive nature is actually really important, and why a lot of young men can't date these women and be in stable functioning relationships. It's really strange to me that a lot of people have made videos about MakeApp and complained about feminist hypocrisy or pointing out feminist hypocrisy, and they don't stop and really consider that, like, this is a gigantic issue with a lot of young ladies, like, and it's not even just so much young ladies, but just like younger people in general, like really high levels. And I don't mean like being insecure, okay? Like, I don't mean, you know, you got a pimple and you don't kind of want to go outside, you know, and have people, you know, see it, you know what I mean? Like, everyone kind of feels like that. You've got a bad haircut or something and you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna wear a hat. I don't mean that. I mean, like, you cannot stand the way your face looks, and thus you must paint on another face to cover up your so-called, you know, blemishes or imperfect attributes. I mean, that level of self-loathing and crippling anxiety that a lot of young ladies feel. I mean, seriously, it's not even a joke. It's really terrible. No one talks about it. And what I mean, like I have yet to find anyone outside of myself ever chat about the subject of massive amounts of female self-hatred. You know, there's not really much kind of, I mean, I can surmise probably loads of reasons as to why they despise themselves so much. I mean, like, if you think about being a young lady and you think that the only thing that, you know, is value to the world is, you know, your body parts, and you don't have any particularly interesting skill sets or ideas, I mean, it's really hard to be truly and genuinely confident, especially if you don't have to work or do anything, because people accept you or like you for your mere existence, you know, usually, not always. I mean, that's a particular reason. That could be a reason why so many of these women deal with this self-loathing attitude with themselves. But the truth of the matter is, I mean, I just find it hilarious that this gigantic issue of female self-hatred, to where an app that is honestly not even entirely accurate. Like, I ran the app a couple of times on different women's. I know for a fact what they look like without makeup, and I ran the app through it. It's not incredibly accurate. I mean, sometimes you can get a good, like, you know, prediction of what the woman will look like, but the mere prediction, or the fact that these women would be so sad or hurt or insecure, feel bad about themselves, that the fact that their mask has been removed, I think is probably a little more important than feminists are being hypocrites. I mean, because again, like, are you surprised? Now, you would think that this particular subject matter would actually be like really popular amongst young ladies, you know, considering that they're the ones that have to deal with the low self-esteem, but it's not. And I don't really know why. I mean, I guess maybe I could probably guess some reasons why, because I would imagine that if you were, as a woman, to talk about the levels of, you know, crippling self-hatred, I mean, you'd probably have to admit to yourself that you are one of those individuals, and you don't want to, you know, put that out there on the internet that you despise yourself, or you despise the way you look so much that you have to change it on a daily basis. And by the way, I will, you know, for some women that might come along who will inevitably say, I wear makeup and I do not dislike. Okay, look, if you are a woman like that, then I'm not referring to you. So, I mean, if you are a woman and you wear makeup and you don't suffer from, you know, this massive amounts of insecurity, then you are not the subject of today's video. So I know, okay? I know. So, yes, I'm specifically talking about a huge variety, and this is something I kind of noticed more. I guess with younger women, because at the time when I was like around their age, like 17, 16, 15, all that, like, I've noticed a lot of that. But the insecurity has seemed to carry a lot with a lot of these women who never deal with this into their adulthood. And I do honestly think that the self-destructive nature of not liking yourself to such a degree really affects the relationships that men and women have. I mean, I tried to date many women growing up, and I tell you, my friends, the crippling levels of self-loathing, man, messed up many of my relationships. I don't even know what accent that was, man. I gotta keep doing that. I enjoy doing that. Anyhow, again, you know, funny accents aside, yeah, dude, like, many of my personal relationships, most of the time I wasn't even able to get into relationships due to the fact that the girl was so, you know, self-loathing and self-destructive. They couldn't even accept when someone was being kind to them, when someone was treating them well. You know, their levels of believing that they deserve, you know, to be treated badly. You know, their literal emotional masochism is what even led them to date, you know, terrible individuals who would inevitably treat them badly. And again, this is a subject matter that should genuinely be discussed, and solutions should genuinely be trying to be figured out. But instead, a lot of people focus on the fact that, you know, feminists would rather focus on this little dribble rather than, you know, larger things in the world. As if, again, we are surprised that feminists, you know, would rather focus on the mundane than they would focus on heavier issues, which, again, I think this is actually pretty heavy. I mean, you know, it's not, you know, World War III heavy, but we're talking about, you know, the emotional stability of, like, a sex, of a group of people, a large group of people. And obviously I haven't met more women in you know, reality, but it's very clear to see, you know, just with their actions, the levels of insecurity that is obviously, you know, permeating a lot of young women, and the lack of respect that they have that, you know, stems from this fact that, you know, they don't feel like they are worthy of love, or they don't feel like they deserve to be treated well because, again, they don't like themselves. You know, I guess really, I mean, I have solutions, obviously. I have loads of solutions, but I'm not really making this video more so, you know, hear all of the solutions. I'll probably chat more about this subject matter a lot more in the future, because somebody has to. Like, because again, I find it very interesting that there's actually not very many women who comment upon the fact that so many young ladies have a true and genuine disdain for themselves. It's very interesting to me. But I'll probably chat about it more. I'm just kind of more making this video just, I guess it's a public service announcement of that. That when the mask comes off on a lot of these young ladies, you're gonna find out that you really don't need to try to make women feel bad about themselves, because they can do it all alone. Women do not need help at all in order to feel. And I guess that's another thing I guess I can comment on too, is a lot of the men who are really happy about this, I just kind of have to say, I mean, if you are in that category, I mean, like, you're still gonna try to have sex with these women. Like, I mean, yeah, you know what, here's the thing. Yeah, makeup exists in order to make women more attractive to men, and any woman that comes with the nonsense that, no, I wear makeup for myself, you can get that bullshit all the way out of here. And I can easily debunk that no one wears makeup for themselves, because, watch this. How often do you look at yourself throughout the day? Exactly, like what, 2 times? The most of the time when you go outside and do whatever you do, you are not staring at a mirror, so you're not putting the makeup on for yourself. I guess, you know what, in a roundabout, convoluted way, you are putting the makeup on for yourself in order to cover up the fact that you feel insecure about the way you really look. And that extent, then yes, you put makeup on for yourself, but the truth of the matter is, when you wear makeup, it is for other people to think that you are attractive. Literally, that is its function, that is its purpose. Yeah. Now there's really beautiful cosmetic makeup. I mean, if you're talking about that, like changing your appearance for like a show, or, you know, doing it for fun, you know, just practicing your skills, that stuff is awesome. That's cool. Cosmetic makeup, on the other hand, you know, apart from, you know, film and, you know, fun stuff, I mean, you're doing it to look attractive, right? Like, we know what the purpose and function of makeup is. We know women do a lot of things to try to make themselves look more attractive than what they actually are. Makeup is just one part of it. I mean, you know, the actual topic of women, you know, changing their physical appearance to appear more attractive goes well beyond just makeup. I mean, and makeup is just kind of scratching the surface. I mean, there's body modification that, again, can be intellectually dissected on its own. So, I mean, yeah, there's no real reason why any man should feel happy or vindicated at the fact that this app exists. I mean, I know there are some, but, I mean, you're still gonna have sex with them, so, like, what real difference does it make? And I guess I'll end the video out, like, with this. You know, when it comes to, like, makeup and all that, I mean, you don't really need it. I mean, yeah, I guess it does make women look better sometimes, but for the most part, I think a lot of women look better without makeup on anyway. And I'm not saying this is, you know, some frothy, you know, nice guy. I mean, I'd say this truly and genuinely. I mean, I spent enough time in the friend zone. I mean, I truly and genuinely do think a lot of women do look better without makeup. I truly, in my heart, and I do mean, like, the pale, ghastly face. I think that looks better than the caked on nonsense and, you know, all the eyeliner that had, like, the wings and whatnot. You know, I personally never liked it, but, you know, I understand makeup's not going away tomorrow. The truth of the matter is, a lot of people, women specifically, because this isn't really a problem men can fix, it's really more for women, you really need to address the levels of insecurity that you have. And again, I can surmise lots of reasons as to why you may have your insecurity, but the fact remains, it needs to be addressed, it needs to be chatted about. Are feminists hypocrites? Yes. Do they focus on nonsensical things? Yes. The truth of the matter is, I mean, the fact that removing makeup causes this massive amount of, you know, insecurity to be shown from the female sex is a topic on its own that should be discussed in detail. And ladies need to try to figure out a way to fix it, because it's not healthy, it's not helping you in your relationships, it is not good to, instead of trying to fix your insecurity, you cover it up with a mask. It's not good. Something should be done about that. So that being said, man, you know, I certainly hope you guys got something out of today's video. I'll probably chat about this more in the future, because, like I said, someone needs to talk about it, because I do think that this is one reason why male-female relationships are being destroyed. And as always, man, you know, if you like today's video, please go ahead and click the like button. And shoot, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comment box below. As always, you guys have yourselves a great day. I'll see you cool cats soon. Adios.